How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things I wish I knew as a beginner photographer. There's a lot of things, and they're not in any particular order. Just the ones that came to mind as I was just thinking what I really wish I knew as a photographer starting out. So the first one is it's cheaper to just buy the camera body. So when I first started photography, I went and bought a whole kit lens. If you've seen the previous video, you know that my first camera was a Nikon J1, and then eventually I upgraded to the Nikon D3200. I bought the box. It came with the long lens, the short lens. Long story short, I barely used any of them, and I shortly after upgraded to a 35mm f1.8, simply because that f1.8 gives me better shots in low light. I was shooting a lot of events at that time. So events like baby showers, weddings, they all start in the afternoon and they go towards the night. And I needed that extra stop of light that the kit lenses, they really didn't have that feature. The kit lens is pretty dope. The fact that you can get a lens right out of the box, start taking pictures instantly, it's great. But in most cases, the kit lens lacks image quality and build quality. So you're kind of like sacrificing a little bit, and they're kind of like limited in features. So it's a lot better to just buy the camera body by itself. It's going to be cheaper than buying the kit lens and the camera body. So think about that. Number two is something that I recently started to think about. And I started visualizing my equipment, my camera gear, my microphones as tools. So if I'm going to be doing let's say I'm a contractor and I'm hired for a particular project to work on a wall or a wall inside of a house. I'm going to talk to the client and figure out what the project needs. And I'm going to try to figure out what I need to execute this project for this client. I'm only going to bring to this house things that I need for the client to have to be happy with the project, to be happy with the wall. I'm going to bring whatever I need. And I feel like as photographers, content creators, we just kind of just buy everything and then just let it sit there and don't really use it or don't understand why we have it because, hey, I saw somebody on YouTube or I heard somebody on a podcast say they have this thing and it's cool. So they went ahead and bought it. When you start to understand your equipment as a tool, you tend to have a little bit more respect for not only the equipment, but also for the craft itself. You know what lens or camera or light to bring on a particular shoot. You understand why you don't need to lug around all this equipment on a beach shoot because you understand that, hey, we don't need any super wide angle lens. We're just going to need a portrait lens and we're going to need a diffuser and we might need a flash, maybe, So when you understand your equipment as a tool, you tend to use them less, which is a bad and a good thing, but you tend to use them less and you tend to be more efficient because now you can execute the job and just get it done. There's nothing just unnecessarily in your way. All right. Number three, storage. When I first started taking photos, I had photos everywhere. I had SD cards, flash drive, thumb drives, external hard drives, all that. But I recently got a DAS, maybe a couple of years ago, a DAS system, which is a directly attached storage. It's a 5-bay DAS system, and I back up my photos and videos into that drive. They make backup copies, so I don't really have to worry much. It's important to save your work, especially when you're just starting out, because you don't really understand your photos. And then sometimes you might take an amazing photo and you don't know how to edit it. Just save it, keep it for later when you have a little bit more experience editing and you come back to it. Number four, mentorship. It's pretty good to go on YouTube and like watch a bunch of YouTube videos and learn whatever you need to learn. But it's so much better when you have somebody close to you that you can just say, hey, how do you shoot in low light? Hey, I'm trying to take a photo of this model this way. Do you know how to execute this shot? it's really good to have somebody close to you, hands-on, that you can just call, text, rely on. I have that. It's awesome. I have a couple of photographer friends that I can just, hey, what do you think of this idea? Or, hey, what would you use in this scenario? So it's good to just have a network of people who are doing the same thing you're doing and they're just as passionate as you are. Just find somebody who you can contact and work with, and that can teach you some stuff. And finally, it's not the camera, it's you. You can take amazing photos with any camera or any lens. It all really depends on your experience. A lot of people just would buy an expensive camera and then expect it to like do wonders. But no, you haven't taken the time to really learn or appreciate the art of photography or the science of photography, because it's really an art and a science like blended in together. It's so beautiful once you understand it fully. And a lot of people tend to just, I'm going to buy the most expensive camera, buy the most expensive lens, everything's going to be great. But no, it's not, because you don't have the knowledge up here. So take the time to understand your gear and understand that this is going to take some time to learn. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today. This is a quick little video. I just had this in my mind. I really want to start this series of 5 things I wish I knew before. Might be something else, like 5 things I wish I knew before I ate that thing. I'd be like, oh, I wish I knew that I'm lactose intolerant or something. I don't know. But let me know what you think of today's video, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're having a great day, and don't forget to just create, do something dope. And yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you in the next video. Peace.